LeetCode 416 partition equals subset sum. Given a non-empty array nums containing only positive integers, find if the array can be partitioned into two subsets such that the sum of elements in both the subsets are equal. So let's try to understand with this example. We are given 1, 5, 11 and 5. So can we partition this array into two subsets such that those two subsets sums are equal? So this is the core question. In this case, we can partition it via this way. If we take 155 in one subarray, subset of the array, and we take 11 as the other subset of it, we can partition it into two equal subset sums. Now let's try to understand this problem by analyzing some of the points, which is if we can what we did is we want to partition it into two equal parts. So we will calculate the sum here, which is nothing but 22. We will be dividing it by 2. We'll be getting it as 11. So since we will be partitioning it into two equal parts, both the sums should be 11 and 11. So jointly it will make up the sum as 22. So our problem reduces in such a way that we have to just find 11 in this array where we will be having any our question would be, is there any subset which will of this array which could form a sum as 11? Because if there would be a subset, if we subtract with the sum, we will be getting the s2, which would be same as s1 because we have divided with by 2. Question that might be arising is, what if the sum is an odd? So if the sum is an odd, if we divide it by 2, we won't be able to partition it into two equal, so we'll be simply returning it as false. Now let's try to understand this with the example. Our crux of the problem is we need to find 11 in this array, which is 1, 5, 11 and 5. 1, 5, 11 and 5 is our array. At every point, what we will do is we will make one decision, either to consider the last element or not to consider the last element. The last element is here is 5. Either we will consider the 5 or we will not consider the 5. Suppose we have considered the 5, then what will be there? The to find is 11. We will be reducing this to find with 5 since we have considered it. So our to find will become 6. And our array, since we have considered this element, we will be examining the remaining of the elements, which is 1, 5, 11 and 6. Now at this point we will be making the decision again, which is either we want to consider this last element 11 or we don't want to consider this last element 11. Suppose we consider this element 11, but if we minus this, we are getting a negative number, so we will not consider it. We will simply return it as false. Now if we do not consider this 11, what will be remaining is with 1 and 5, and the to find is will be having 6 only since we haven't considered this 11. Now in this point also we have two decisions to make. Either we will be considering 5 or we will not be considering 5. If we consider 5, then 6 minus 5 is nothing but 1, and we will discard this element and we will go with the remaining element, which is 1. In this point we will make same decision again. We will consider the last element 1, then to find is 1, 1 minus 1 is nothing but 0. Our to find is 0 and we have nothing in the array. So since we have reached a to find state where we are having 0, means we can make up the sum 0 starting from the 11. So we will be returning here as true. There would be an OR condition between all of these conditions. So if any one of this becomes true, we'll be returning true as the whole answer. We'll be analyzing all the other condition as well, where if we do not consider 1, we will be remaining with nothing because we have discarded this element and we don't have anything in our array. And since we haven't considered this 1, our remaining to find will be also 1. Now if we go here, if we do not consider 5, we will be remaining with 1 and our to found is 6. Now we will be having one condition. If we consider 6, or we sorry, if we consider this last element, which is 1, or we do not consider the last element, which is 1. So if we consider this last element would be 6 minus 1, which is we need to find 5, and we have nothing in our array. So this is a false condition again, because we cannot consider it, we don't have anything to consider, and we have to find the sum as 5. So we'll be returning it as false. If we do not consider, we will be having nothing here, and also the sum will be the to find sum will be 6. So we'll be returning false here again. So going back to the problem, at every step we will be making one decision, either to consider the element or not to consider the element. We will be having this pointer. What we will do, we will use a variable index to point to the last element. We'll be having this to find maintain, and we will be maintaining this array as well. Let's try to analyze this with one of the solution, which is a recursive case. So points to be noted is that we have two options, which is to consider for every element, to consider or not to consider. So for every element we have two options, consider or not to consider. Similarly, in this list we will be having this. So for every element we will be examining two possibilities. We have an element, we will be multiplying 2 into 2 into 2, such that 2 power n will be overall solution. Now looking at this, let's try to figure out how do we write this order of 2 power n solution, where we will be having just a recursion case where we'll be examining this recursive solution. Here we will be having this can partition array, this method in which we will be passing the original array. There will be a sum, we will be calculating the sum of this array, and if we will we will check that if sum mod 2 is not equals to 0, means if it is an odd number, we will be simply returning as false, else we will do the remaining calculation. What will be the remaining calculation? The remaining calculation would be simply the sum by 2, which is our to find variable, and the last index is the array.length minus 1, which is the last index of the array in which we are having the elements, this one. So we'll be calling this find sum method. This is our find sum method. In the find sum method, if to find is 0, which means that we have got a value where we can say that we don't need to find anything, we are already at 0, means we have found the solution, we will be returning this true. The other case is if our index goes negative, or the to find variable goes negative, we will be simply returning the false. Now for the remaining cases is what we have to consider the element or not to consider the element in this array. And if we consider this element, what we have to do is we have to subtract the to find with the considered element, which is nothing but array of index. If we do not consider this element, we have to just simply call the recursively by discarding this element with the remaining element and passing the leftover to find variable. So this is our recursive solution of 2 power n. Now the question arises, can we optimize it? Yes, we can optimize it by storing the result into matrix, which is nothing but a kind of DP applying to the recursive solution. We'll build it using top down. Our core problem will be a big problem. We will be going towards down, solving toward the lower problems. But the question arises, what should be the dimension? So from our dry run, we notice the changing values in each pass. One of the values that we are changing is the array, and the other is toFind variable. Our array was decreasing one by marking the variable considered or not to considered. So our array would be varying from nothing empty to the original array, will be from 0 to size. Our toFind variable will be varying from 0 to actual toFind variable. It could be between anything between this. So it will be varying between 0 to actual toFind variable which are passing initially. In our case it was 11. So by this we got to know the dimension, which is nothing but dp of array.length plus 1 and toFind plus 1, because we have to consider the 0th element till the toFind 1 and till the size. Now we can visualize some of the cases where one of the cases is like this. If we have an empty array and we need to find 0, this is obviously a true case because we don't need to find, we need to return sum as 0. If we do not consider anything, still we will get the sum as 0. So we would say that 0 comma 0 is a true case. Now observe some of the cases in tree which are 1, 5, 11 and 11, 1, 5, 11 and 6. So in this case both 1, 5, 11 both are having the same matrix, but we are having different toFind variables. We'll be using top down approach. From bigger problem we will be reducing it to the smaller one. To observe this solution, what we will do, we'll simply take an matrix which is dp matrix and we'll be storing the solution which will be calculating in each recursive call. If we found the solution once and the problem occurs one more time, then we'll use this stored result to save the call which we are doing recursively. In this, what we'll be doing is we'll be having still the same logic here. We'll be checking if it is an odd number, we'll be returning false. If it is an even number, we'll be assigning toFind variable. We'll be taking the last index. We'll be creating a dp array which is of type integer of length plus 1 and toFind plus 1. We'll be filling this dp array with -1 to remember that we haven't stored anything as the result. Now we'll be calling this method findSum. In findSum, what we are doing is, if toFind equals to 0 means we have already reached a place where we have calculated the sum. We'll be returning 1. 1 denotes here true in our case. If the index is less than 0 or toFind is less than 0, we'll be returning 0, which is false in our case. Now here we will be adding simply one line, which is if dp of index and dp of toFind is not equal to -1, that is we have calculated some result for this index and toFind recursive call which we are calling. We'll be returning this result simply. Else if we don't have result, what we will be doing, we'll be calculating this result, we'll be storing into this dp variable this matrix, and we'll be then returning this result. Here what we'll doing is, in dp of index and toFind is, we are finding by first not considering the element, and then if by not considering the current element we are getting the result as 1, then we are passing it 1, or since if we are getting this 0, we'll be analyzing this case also, which is by considering the index element and subtracting it with toFind variable. So this will be our recursive approach optimized by using this dp matrix. Can we do it better? Yes, we can do it better by using, not in terms of space or time complexity, but in terms of writing the solution, we'll be using bottom up instead of top down. To write bottom up, we need to observe some more patterns. What we'll be doing is we'll be constructing the solution from the smaller problems to the larger one. Here, as we have noticed, our matrix is of to find of length array dot length plus 1 and to find plus 1. So we'll be constructing the similar matrix here also, which is of 0 to 4, which is array dot length, and we'll be having the to find as the jth variable. So this will be our jth, this will be our ith one. In the ith one we'll be having 0, 1, 2 and 3. 0 will be denoting we don't have anything in the array. 1 will be denoting we will be having the first element in the array. 2 will be denoting we will be having the first and second element will be array. 3 will be denoting we will be having first, second and third element in the array. Fourth will be denoting we have all the element in the array. So 0 and this j will be nothing but representing this to find variable, which could be 1, 2 or 3 or 4 based upon the condition. So here what we will do first, the initialization step. For initialization step, what we will be doing is suppose we have to get the sum as 0, so we need not to consider any of those element. So it will, since we are at 0, it is implicitly defined that we have got the solution and it will be true in all the cases. Since to construct 0 we don't need anything. Now in this ith row, what we don't have anything in our bucket, but we want to construct 1 or 2 or 3 or 5. This all cannot be constructed, so we would be putting simply false here. Now for the other cases, let's analyze this. If we are given dp of 1 and 1, we need to fill this dp of 1 and 1. What we need to consider and what decision do we make? For dp of 1, this one states that we are standing at this ith one row where we'll be having one element and we have to find as 1. So we can either consider this or not consider this element in the array. So if we have considered this, we'll be go to the previous state, which is I minus 1, and we will be subtracting this to find with this considered element, which will be 0 in our case. So we'll be going to this dp of 0, 0, which is our previous row, and the remaining sum. Since this is true, for dp of 0, 0 we will be getting true as the answer, because we need to construct 0 with 0 elements in our list. So this is returning us true. This is a or variable where this will be a short circuit condition and we will be getting true. Now if we let's analyze this case. If we do not consider 1, we will be getting dp of 0, 1, which is our previous state, and we are still left with the value to find as 1. Similarly for other cases, if we need to find out dp of 2, 1, where dp of 2 is 1 and 5, and we need to find this 1, and we have 2 as the element present, which is 1 and 5. So if we consider the fifth element, we will be getting 1 minus 5 as a negative case. So we will not be considering this, since 1 is smaller than 5. We will be not be considering this case. We'll be simply returning the previous result would be dp of 1 and 1. Now if we do not consider this, what will be the case? If we do not consider this, then our still the element is left with to find as 1, and dp of 2 is nothing but TP of 2 minus 1, which is the previous state, TP of 1 and 1. So from let's try to understand with one more example. If we have dp of 2 and 5, our to find variable is 5. Question is, can we find the sum as 5 using array 1 and 5? We need to find 5 as the sum using array as 1 and 5. So we'll be either considering 5 or not considering in 5. Based upon this, we'll be calculating our conditions. So by all this, we can go to a conclusion that our condition would look like something this. If array of I minus 1, the indexed element which is under consideration, if it is less than j, then only we will be analyzing this case, which is dp of ij. We will be making the ij as dp of I minus 1j, which is not considering the array of I minus 1th element, not considering, and also this one by considering the array of I minus 1. If we have considered the array of I minus 1 element, we will be simply subtracting with j, which is array of I minus 1. If we haven't considered, what we will be doing, we will be going to the previous state, which is I minus 1, and the to find variable will be still j. Now else, if it is greater than, if array of I minus 1 is greater than to find, what we will be doing is, we'll be simply returning this to our previous state, which is I minus 1, and the to find variable would be remaining the same. So this code can be analyzed by this. We'll be building this top down approach by this. We'll be considering this Boolean matrix, and what we'll be doing is, we'll be similarly as earlier, we'll be checking if it is divisible by 2, then only we will consider, or else if it is not divisible by 2, then we will be returning false. In this we will be initialize dp with boolean array, which is array.length plus 1 and to find plus 1. We will be passing it to the find sum. Will be, as stated earlier, we'll be initializing this condition, which is array of I equals to 0 to dp.length, which is the first column, as true, because here we need to find 0 as this, as the sum. Now for int I equals to 1, I less than dp of length I plus plus, for j equals to 1, j less than dp of length, we will be starting the condition from I equals to 1 and j equals to 1. Now if array of I minus 1 is less than j, this condition states that if the element to be considered is less than or equal to find, is equal to find, which is our j, then only we'll be doing this condition. Dp of ij will be dp of I minus 1 j, or dp of I minus 1 j minus array of I minus 1. This condition state that we have considered the ith minus 1 element, since we are subtracting with the j, and this state says that we haven't considered this I minus 1 variable. Else, if the condition is false, we will be simply going to our previous state, and our to find will be remain the same. Then we will finally return this dp of index and to find, which will be getting this. Here we are iterating this matrix, so this matrix, the complexity will be nothing but this array dot length into this to find. So this concludes our discussion, and we see this is our solution. If we try to submit this solution, we'll be getting this result as accepted. Thank you.